Welcome back for today's NBA pick video play for April 30th, 2019. And this one talking about this Eastern Conference matchup between the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks. And we're going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under. That total number is still relatively high here at about 220 points when you consider Game 1 of this series, lower scoring at just 202 points. So the total here, 18 points higher than the total that we got in Game 1. We'll see if that trend continues. Milwaukee is going to have a better offensive performance if they're going to bounce back and grab a much-needed win here today against this dangerous Boston Celtics team. A lot of people I felt were sleeping on Boston coming into the Eastern Conference postseason, but given the fact that LeBron, he moved obviously over into the Western Conference, and the story isn't about LeBron this year in the Eastern Conference playoffs. As a result, this Boston team, they have the pieces to make that deep run. Of course, the Celtics made a very deep run in the East last year, and now that they don't have to get through LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, it seems like things are set up for the Celtics to perhaps make that deep run, even though it wasn't as good of a year as people were expecting out of Boston, as they went 49-33 throughout the regular season. It was actually only good enough for third place within the Atlantic Division. But this isn't a team that put as much emphasis on the regular season, perhaps. Now coming into the postseason, I really wouldn't want to play against Boston if I was any of these teams in the East, given the proven experience and veteran talent that they have on the roster to go along and mix in with that young core. Now, the Celtics, in terms of their numbers this year, they weren't quite as elite on the defensive side of the ball as they were a season ago, just 8th in the NBA in total team defense compared to 14th in scoring average. But in these playoffs, we've seen the Celtics put more of an emphasis on the defensive side of the ball, and they've had a lot of success in doing so. They're 5-0 thus far within the postseason, giving up 74, 91, 96, 106, and 90 points respectively. And we think this is a recipe for success for Boston going forward, continuing to grind things out and leverage those defensive abilities that they have now. Milwaukee, on their side, a very talented team, very deep, and they were extremely impressive in their first-round series against an overmatched Detroit Pistons squad. Of course, also a 4-game sweep there for the Bucks. But now they got hit in the teeth in Game 1. We'll see how they come out and try to bounce back. Now they're finally facing some adversity. Milwaukee, it's hard to deny that they were the best team in the East during the regular season, first in the league in scoring, 11th in total team defense. And the Bucks, they don't necessarily have the same type of veteran moxie and playoff experience that you're getting on Boston's side, and we'll see if that has a big impact on this particular series. But this almost feels like a must-win game for Milwaukee. If they go down 0-2 and have to travel on the road to Boston, that is not a position you want to be in as the number one seed. A very dangerous position potentially for the Bucks if they don't come through. They are coming in here as moderate favorites, 7.5 points given to the Celtics. So Vegas, still big believers in the Bucks. That's a lot of points to give to a Celtics team that just came into your house and beat you by 22 points. We think that Boston is going to continue to have this more defensive, focused, oriented type of play that we've seen from them through their first 5 wins thus far in the postseason. And as a result, we still feel like the under here is going to be the better value bet. So that's where we're going, the under 220 points as the better value play. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. And that's going to wrap this one up, guys. So thanks for stopping on in. We hope to see you guys back here for tomorrow's video.